Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Melissa here, girl is here. So today I have a little tutorial slash first impression slash review on none other than, can you guys guess? Alright, so today we have Bakerie makeup. She sent me some stuff and I am so thankful because I actually did her makeup before she came to New York, and I guess she was doing some things for like press and her business and stuff, and she contacted me to do her makeup, and I was actually really nervous, but she was really nice. Like Cashmere, she is super nice, down to earth, cool, made me feel really comfortable, and just it was an overall good experience. And then she actually sent me some stuff so I could do a little review for you guys. She sent me some complexion products and some eye products, brushes and sponges, so we have a little bit of everything. So yeah guys, so if you guys want to see how I get, you know, from this to nice and beat, keep watching this video. Alright, so first we're gonna start off with the primer. So for primer, we're gonna be using this number 7 airbrush away primer. I've been using this primer for a little while now and I actually really like it. It's gonna keep you nice and mattified, so I'm gonna get some and I'm gonna apply it on the face. I'm just gonna blend this out. Blend that really well.
So if you guys didn't notice, I have gum in my mouth and I had to mute this part because I was chomping, girl. I was chomping like I had no sense. So I'm so sorry. I took out the gum in my mouth like a little later because I didn't realize, and that's why I didn't post this video because it was so embarrassing. But hopefully you guys forgive me. Sorry guys, this won't happen again. Just don't mind the silence. I'm using the Hooded Beauty foundation and I'm using Lancome, and I just mixed it together. So I apologize guys, don't kill me.
I don't go by like 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump. I just eyeball, to be honest. So I usually put more foundation like around my mouth and sometimes on my cheek area because that's where I'll get like breakouts or I'll need a little bit more coverage, and then less on my forehead because it doesn't really show, to be honest. So today we're going to be using the Beauty Blender, or the egg should I say. This is from Bakerie, so I'm going to be using this to blend out. And I'm just going to, you know, tap. You guys know I don't like to swipe. So far the sponge, it blends good. I like that it's nice and big. It's not as soft as the Beauty Blender. It's actually pretty dense, but I don't mind it. But definitely not as soft as the Beauty Blender. So I would say when you're blending it, use not that much pressure because it's already hard. So if you go ahead and like really beat it on your face, you're gonna actually remove the makeup. So just be a little bit more gentle, but I like it though, and I like the shape. It's nice and pointy at the end, and it's a little longer and bigger than the Beauty Blender, so it covers more surface area, so I finish blending faster. And then we just gonna do this little forehead. Don't be fooled guys, it's actually a 6 but it's okay. That's how we bring our closures and frontals down, you know. Nobody gotta know what's behind this. Alright, get the little edges. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the brush just to do one last blend, just to make sure everything is good. Make sure you get that neck. So you guys know my neck is a little bit darker. Sometimes I'll drag the foundation all the way down, but I ain't going nowhere, so today we're not doing that. Alright, so we have that here. Now I'm moving on to concealer, my favorite, the Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm going to be using Tan, Deep, Sand, and Deep. So first I'm going to go in with the Deep. The Deep is closer to my complexion, so I'm going to use that to mostly conceal. Okay, so after this we're gonna let that, you know, sit on our face a little bit. We're gonna let it marinate, you know, do this little cooking. So after that, we're gonna move on to cream contour. I'm not sure if I did that in my other video, but sometimes I'll cream contour, sometimes I'll leave it out. It honestly just depends on how I'm feeling and how much time I have. Today we have time, so we shall cream contour. Okay, so we're cream contouring with the Black Opal Foundation Stick and Suede Mocha. So I'm just gonna mainly focus on my cheeks and jawline. Alright, and then now we're gonna blend. To blend it out, I'm gonna go into my Real Technique, the Instapot brush again, and I'm just gonna blend. So for the cheeks, we're gonna move it kind of more towards upwards because we want to lift our cheeks up. You don't want to blend it down. Okay, so now I'm moving back to the same Beauty Bakerie egg. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with my chin. I just love this concealer, guys. I don't know. I like the Fenty concealer too. Like if I'm more dry underneath my eyes, I'll use the Fenty, but the Shape Tape is where it's at. The Juvia's Place one is actually really good too. Only thing with the Juvia's Place, it stays really wet. It doesn't dry matte like the Shape Tape, so just keep that in mind. The one concealer I know I should try again, I tried the Too Faced one and I wasn't like in love with it, but I know I should probably try it again because everybody seems to love that concealer also. But just when I tried it, I was on vacation and I picked the wrong color, so the color was off too, and then I probably didn't really give it a fair shot, so I'm gonna try that again. And I think we should do just like a little eyeshadow today, just a tiny bit, because y'all know I don't really do eyeshadow, but I'm gonna do a little eyeshadow for y'all. And then let's blend out with this brush to make sure everything is nice and blended, and then we're gonna set everything in place. Surprisingly enough, you know, Beauty Bakerie has setting powder, or shall we call them flower powders. So she has 5, which I'm actually surprised because when I did her makeup, I think she probably only had 3. If I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna focus on the cassava color and the almond color. So the almond color, let's see, this one kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier, the Translucent Deep. I think it's like a little bit lighter and it's not as red. So this is the almond one. So this, it's not gonna give me the highlight that I want. So let's see how the other color looks, which is the cassava. This is more of that yellow color, but it's like a light yellow. So I actually think I'm gonna mix the two of them so my highlight doesn't look too drastic. Okay, so we got like we got this color. I don't know how to describe this color, but this is the mix of them two. Move on to set with the Real Technique setting brush. So I'm gonna get some of that powder, tap off the excess because you don't want to put too much, and then I'm just gonna lightly go underneath the under eyes. And I've been setting this way just to avoid applying too much setting powder. So if you need more, you can always add more. That's why I like this method. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add just a little bit more powder underneath the eyes just to catch any fallout because we are doing a little eyeshadow. We're not gonna be doing anything too crazy, so I'm not gonna go in with the eyeshadow primer. I know, y'all probably like, you're not gonna use the Helen E? No. So I don't need my eyeshadow to be crazy pigmented, bold, and all of that. I just want something super soft. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. So the palette we're gonna be using today, let's talk about it. This palette right here. So this is the Proof is in the Pudding eyeshadow palette. So this is basically like a nice neutral palette. You have some nice warm colors, warm tone colors, golds, a little bit of copper, a little orange, and then you have just like some nude colors. So this is a nice palette to work with. So she actually has brushes too. She didn't give me much eye brushes. It's mainly face brushes. but she does have 2 eye brushes. We're probably going to be using this one to pack on the lid color, but these we're going to get into these later. 2 blending brushes. The number is completely rubbed off, so I'll put it in the description bar when I find it. But this one, the one that we're going to be using, oh, they don't have names. So this looks like a regular either concealer or packing brush. So we're going to be using 3 brushes for this look. So you guys already know this is going to be super simple. We're going to be using mango pudding, warm cocoa, and probably spiced caramel. So mango pudding, warm cocoa, and spiced caramel for our look. So I'm going to be starting with mango pudding first, and I'm going in with the bigger brush, right? And I'm going to be getting a good amount of product because I want that eyeshadow to, like, you know, show up. So I'm just going to be putting this right into my crease. I'm starting from the middle, I'm going down to the inner corner, more in, and then I'm going to bring the eyeshadow up. So you guys know when I blend, I tap. I found that this gives you the most color payoff, so yeah, I don't want to talk your ears off. But yeah, I just feel like tapping is better if you want your eyeshadows to really pick up. We're going to blend that like in a circular shape, nice and round around the eyes, if that's the shape that you're going for. Alright, so we're going to be using spiced caramel. So I'm going to be using the flat brush, and then I'm just going to put this all over my lid. And with this color, I'm just going to basically start in the center and swipe it on. I know I tell you guys don't swipe anything, but with colors like these, you have to swipe it on because it might get a little crumbly if you tap. This is pretty much it for the look. I'm gonna go back one more time to the other brush, and then I'm gonna blend out the edges, and then we're done with the eyeshadow. See how easy that was? My camera got a little disrespectful and cut off on me, but it's alright. No, start it again. Alright, so now what we're doing, I put on lashes. I did a whole lash tutorial for you guys, and you know, the Lord said it wasn't time. It's not time for you guys to see it yet, so camera cut off, but it's okay. Next time I got you. All right, but let's move on. So we're gonna move on to the bronzer, contour and bronzer basically. So I'm gonna be using my CoverGirl Ebony bronzer. I got this from Amazon. It was sold out for the longest. They had discontinued it, and then they brought it back. Thank the Lord, CoverGirl, you came through, because I don't know why they would ever discontinue this bronzer for black people, because we don't have much of anything to choose from, so don't discontinue this again. Thank you very much. All right, so now we're gonna just deepen up the contour a little bit. I'm gonna be using my, what is this? Black Radiance True Color Complexion palette. As you guys can see, I use this shade quite a lot, so we're gonna be using this one. We're moving on to blush and highlight. She actually has a blush and contour palette. It's called the Coffee and Cocoa palette. So these are the colors. Let me see. No, yeah. I was about to say maybe I could have gotten away with using this as a bronzer, but it's like super shimmery. So we're gonna use this one right here. La Vida Mocha for a little blush. So I'm just gonna smile. And I'm gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks, and then, ooh. Okay, this is a blush. I didn't know, this is actually pretty pigmented. I didn't know it was gonna be this pigmented, wow. Oh. Did I put too much? Maybe I went a little too heavy-handed with it. Let me see. Do y'all see this? No, you will not catch me slipping, because why? Beauty blender. We're gonna use this, and then we're just gonna use like some of the... I want to start dropping stuff. Now I want to apply too much blush. Like, what is going on? All right, let's keep going, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna use the beauty blender, and I'm gonna tone that down, because I don't want to look like my cheeks are that rosy or that orangey color. Let's apply some of the highlight. So let's hope the highlight is as pigmented as that blush, because that will be great. Okay, so I'm gonna get some on my brush. Okay, and I'm gonna apply it on the apples, kind of on the apples, but then I'm applying it a little bit above the blush. Do you guys see? A little bit above the blush, but then I'm blending it into the blush. This highlight gives me like, it's kind of like that gritty texture. Like, it's not like that foil. No, that's where it is. It's not foil. It doesn't give you that super foiled, super high shine texture. Like, it gives you like a shine, but it doesn't give you that foiled effect. And that's kind of what I like in my highlights. So if you don't like highlights with that super foiled effect, then you'll love this highlight. A little bit down the bridge of my nose. To do that, I don't want to use that same big brush. So let's use one of the blending brushes. So I'm going to be using, I'm going to wipe it off on my arm. A little ratchet. And I'm going to use that to put it down the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to go back into my CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer, and I'm going to use the same blush slash contour brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out everything. And then I'm going to use the Beauty Blender just one more time, just to smoothen everything out. So she has lips that she sent to me. So we're going to do some swatches, and then we're going to figure out which ones we want. The one thing I love, like her packaging, like the attention that she pays to detail, like with the rose gold and then the turquoise, and then she has the little, what do you call this, little ripples around it, and then it's just wow. I'm gonna swatch it on my arms, and these are all liquid lipsticks. Fortune Cookie, Salted Caramel. I think Fortune Cookie and Salted Caramel are colors that I would choose. Okay, this one definitely has more brown in it. This one is Cake Devour. This one is like a color that I probably would never go for. Drive Me Crazy. It kind of, oh, this one is actually a gloss. Oh, huh. This one's another gloss. This one is in Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle. Oh yeah, definitely Snickerdoodle is more my color. Yeah, this one right here. I'm gonna be using the Morphe Trendsetter lip liner. Don't judge me. As you guys can see, I use my products till it's finished, because you know why? I pay my money. So I'm gonna outline my lips. We're gonna go in with Fortune Cookie first. So I'm gonna show you guys how it looks first with that. Do you want to see my lips? Alright, so after that, we're gonna go ahead with the gloss. And the gloss is Snickerdoodle. And this is not sticky. Wow, not sticky whatsoever. This is a really pretty color. It's like a nice, natural, nudish color. It's really pretty. To set my face, this is actually the Mario Badescu setting spray, but it's in this bottle that I got from Sally's. I like the way it sprays this. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a fine mist. So I got this from Sally. Right guys, so this is the final look. It's super simple, not too much with like the highlight, not too much with the eyes. Everything's really neutral. This is my go-to look, but like, you know, I would kind of contour a bit more, step up the highlight a little bit. So overall, I'm pretty happy with everything that she sent me. Some things a little bit like, okay, I'm probably not going to use that. Like the eyeshadow palette, I'm probably not going to use it because I have more palettes that are more pigmented and they do what I need them to do without, you know, having to put more work in it. Like, it's a usable palette. It's very workable. It's not like it's a bad palette, but you know, when you have better palettes, I will reach for those more. Definitely the setting powders. I love the setting powder. Like, their setting powder is so fine. It's not too thick, so it doesn't, like, I don't even feel like I have setting powder on. You know how some setting powders, you put it on and it's like, it like sucks up all the moisture. Like, you can feel it just mattifying everything. But this one is actually really good. And then if you don't bake with it, I feel like you won't even feel it at all. I feel like the eyeshadows, they are a little bit powdery, but you don't get that much fallout. Like, I didn't really see any fallout. when I was wiping away the powder. I did like the sponge. I actually do use the sponge on my clients, because if I didn't like the sponge, I wouldn't use it on my clients. Like certain things, like I'll use on me, but I don't use it on my clients because I don't really like how it works. But I do use the sponge on my clients, and I actually do like it. It's easy to use. It's not as stiff as not as soft and bouncy as a beauty blender. So at first I didn't like it, but I find that like you just need a little bit less pressure because it's a little bit more dense. It does apply the foundation really fast because it's a bigger sponge. But yeah, the lips are really good. I really do like the lip gloss because it's not sticky. It's very moisturizing, so I don't have to worry about it feeling sticky or uncomfortable. The liquid lipstick is nice also. I didn't really test the wearability or the longevity of the liquid lipstick just because I put the gloss right on top, and I'm not really gonna check in to, you know, you don't really need to see that. But honestly, I feel like the liquid lipstick is good also. And what else? The blush and the highlight palette, I could probably honestly do without, because it's not like my style. You know, everybody has their style. I like a bold highlight. I don't really like too much blush. And then the bronzer was a little bit too shimmery for me. So it's not a bad product. It's not that it's horrible, it doesn't work. It's just not really something that I would reach for. I feel like she's like so good, like with her packaging, with marketing, making sure everything, like I like that her company and her brand as a whole, they pay attention to details. Like they want you to really love, like, wow, I love my makeup. Like I want to see it. I want to display it, which I'm actually going to do. I want to display it in my room because it's beautiful. So yeah, so I love that. So thank you girls so much for sending me. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you guys hit that bell notification for when I'm uploading my videos. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.